Where's that pipe going? We'll find out later.
We'll find out later. In the
Meanwhile,
meantime,
Elliot
will
dies.
attempt again with chocolate on 3.
Attempt.
Yeah.
Elliot, you're gonna do so much better on Ellie Noir. It's not gonna be. It won't be funny unless you make it funny.
I think it's safe to say that Elliot does better with today's modern games than he does with the.
It ain't even that. Elliot's just not a platformer guy.
It could be that too. Did I ask this already? But do you have a favorite platformer? Yeah. I wasn't even look. I know you died. I heard the music.
Oh boy! Chocolate
secret! Secret! And now we've come full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a big secret right there, too. That guy would have killed you. Holy shit, Johnny! I think I ripped apart a bag tie, and I got the middle out of it.
What?
None.
Now there's a charging Chuck with a football.
Now there was one in Vanilla Dome.
Yeah, we saw him earlier.
Well, does Limbo technically count?
Limbo?
Oh no, Yoshi!
Yoshi!
Doesn't Limbo technically count as a platformer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Huh. Oh, hammer in the face!
Motherfucker! There goes my
Season's greetings.
Hammer to the face.
It's hammer time. That led to your death.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hammer time led to Johnny's death.
Yes.
Fuck you, as
Meanwhile, chocolate on 3.
Back on White Chocolate Man, I should say.
So who invented white chocolate?
Did we ever get the legitimate origins of white chocolate?
Wait, who invented white chocolate?
Ironically enough, Wikipedia does not say that.
Really?
I have to refine my searches.
You go on Google.
It's a white rapper.
First appeared in Switzerland in the 1930s. It was invented by Nestle to use excess cocoa butter, but it was first popularly distributed in America in 1948 with the introduction of Nestle's Alpine White Chocolate Bar, which contained white chocolate and almonds.
Come on!
Meanwhile, Elliot died by Blue Koopa.
I think I was distracted by the white chocolate. And you know what? I actually kind of hanker for some white chocolate myself.
That's what I was saying, too. I told you, like, ever since we got to Chocolate Island,
it's a psychological thing, actually. If you know what? I actually have it with coffee. If I see something, real life or cartoon, drinking a cup of coffee, I suddenly want a cup of coffee.
I'm not really a coffee man, still.
Interception. That wasn't an interception at all. I just want to make a football joke.
A bad one at that. Oh, look out.
Quarterback sneak.
There you go.
It's no good.
Sacked.
It's a quarterback throwing really hard at a wide receiver because he has a grudge against him.
It'll just bounce off his football gear, and the wide receiver's looking at the quarterback.
Tasted my ass.
You know, it's gonna actually just hit off of the quarterback, the wide receiver's gear, and the wide receiver's gonna look at the quarterback like, "Dude, what's your fucking damage?"
I'm not really into football, really.
I enjoy watching the games. I don't follow it like
I wasn't either, but out of all the sports, it's the one I watch the most.
Same here.
I really do like a good football game.
Amen to that. Thing is, though, is that I gotta catch a good one. Like, even though I'm a Ravens fan, in the loosest sense of the word.
Yeah.
If the game is boring, I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Platforms here sink really quickly, so you gotta keep running with it. And it really gets to be a little bit of a nail biter. Ew.
The only sport I would actually watch is baseball, you know?
Baseball is something I watch over the radio, like listen to over the radio.
I only watch baseball during the postseason. I can't watch regular season baseball. It bores the fuck out of me.
Why?
It just does. You know,
there's
so many games.
There's not as much at stake, so to speak.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, is that baseball for me is more exciting over the radio. I kind of like to imagine it. Like you can't.
What's your opinion on blurring ball?
When we take our first break, we're going to the store to get some white chocolate.
We're going to Sunoco.
Sunoco, is that your store shop?
I don't have any cash. I have to go to an ATM.
Oh. Wow.
Fuck. Fuck. They tease you with triumphant music.
Thing is, though, is that on whatchamacallit, that's fixed in the Game Boy Advance remake. Mario will actually lower his head like... Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
So they go full Donkey Kong Country.
No, he just lowers his head in shame. It's not like Diddy Kong where you fuck up one minigame and he stomps his hat into the ground.
It's like when he stomps his hand to the ground, it's like he's hating life now that he lost it.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I fucked up a bonus game. I'll never get anything exceptionally done right.
I mean, it's not like there's any more. I mean,
indeed.
What do you think of
white chocolate?
Like
tasty.
Mario's like standing in the 2D era nowadays? I mean, do you like where they're going with New Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, I was never butthurt at all by the 3D transition. In fact, Mario. Oh. What the
Elliot, you weren't expecting that at all, were you?
no.
Oh, I could technically head to Wendy's Castle now, but I don't want to. What? The Koopa fought back. That's what happened.
It did that in the green switch valve too. I'm surprised you didn't notice that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Okay. What the fuck were we talking about earlier?
Your thoughts on Mario now in the 2D world? Do you like where they're going with New Super Mario Brothers?
The thing is, though, is that I really don't mind what they do with Mario in terms of 2D or 3D. I was never really butthurt at all by the transition to 3D. As a matter of fact, in all honesty, compared to Sonic, Mario's done a lot better in terms of the 2D, 3D transition, that he could function in either one just fine.
Well, I wasn't so much talking about the transition from 2D to 3D. I'm just talking about bringing Mario back to 2D.
Oh, either or, as long as it's fine. I mean, they've done it. They've shown that they could do both equally competently, really, like 2D and 3D. So,
but do you hold New Super Mario Brothers in the same regard as, say, Mario 3 or Mario World?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not so
Really?
much New Super Mario Brothers DS, but 3D. And what they did was that they actually chose to make the backgrounds a lot more lush and vibrant, and it was more of an artistic practice that they were focusing on in those games compared to the earlier ones as well. So they kept the spirit of it really well, in my opinion.
I can't help but think, though, when I look at New Super Mario Brothers Wii or 2 on the 3DS, or when I see you differently, but I can't help but feel it's a step backwards.
Why do you say that?
Well, it is a common claim that they try to rip off of Mario 3. A matter of fact, it is easily seeable when they keep bringing back the fucking Koopalings. So, when you keep bringing back the Koopalings in these kind of 2D platformers, you're going to constantly think Mario 3. And honestly, given that the themes of each world kind of follow suit with that, yeah, you'd be reasonably inclined to suspect that.
I just can't help but think they put more effort into the 3D games than the 2D games.
Well, that's because the 2D games are that's because the 2D Mario games are really supposed to be hop and bop platformers. In other words, get from A to B. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Compared to the 3D games, where they put effort in other elements like storytelling and whatnot, that it feels like a completely different experience. That's the whole thing. 2D Mario games aren't story-driven by a long shot.
Well, no. I'm never expecting story out of a Mario game. That's not my complaint.
No, but the thing is, though, is that Mario games show that they can indeed tell stories in a 3D element. It's just that in 2D compared to 3D Mario, it's more a matter of what I'm getting into when I go for this version of the game and what I expect to take out of it. When it comes to 2D Mario, you're expecting platforming challenges that you have to overcome. 3D Mario's, you're expecting a little bit more in terms of hunting down shinies or stars or whatever the fuck they have you go after 120 of in that game.
Yeah.
And you just pretty much meet those standards. I get where a lot of people come from, though, when they say that it seems to be a ripoff of Mario 3, and to some point I can honestly agree with some of those opinions, but it doesn't detract enough for me to not to enjoy the game.
My biggest problem... No, alright, there's actually two.
You gotta fly under... You have to fly under that.
You have to fly under this? Oh,
Yeah.
I never noticed that block there.
That's
That's where the vine stops.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to fly.
Under the, there you go. Now you gotta keep flying.
Oh, that's right. Alright, let me get a running start here, then. No, my biggest issue here is the nostalgic whoring. You know, because they released New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. Everybody loves it because it's Mario's return to 2D. It was the first 2D Mario platformer since World, actually. And people like... And I noticed they tried different things with the DS. For one thing, they didn't have the Koopalings, first off. They actually had different bosses for fortresses, and you had Bowser at the end. And with the occasional bout of Bowser Jr., but nobody likes those anyway.
Right.
But then as soon as it sold well, they saw that and it's like, oh, people actually like this. So let's do it again. Only let's bring back even more elements from 3 and World without exactly trying anything new.
See, no, hold that thought. Hold their tongue on that one. They did try something completely different with Mario Wii, which really did make a change in the core gameplay, which was incorporating the usage of 4 players on the same time and enabling friendly fire.
I'm more talking about themes and aesthetics.
Themes and aesthetics, no, they're not going to, but there's really only so many you can really explore.
I'm not bashing Wii for its co-op, no. I'm not bashing Mario Wii for its co-op, I'm bashing more for its
aesthetics and its themes, yeah, like the airship fortresses are wearing out their welcome, the lava worlds are wearing out their welcome, but let's be honest. You can make the same argument against Sonic, and you make the same argument against Sonic as well, though. Look,
I apologize if I'm sounding a bit of a fanboy here, but I don't think Sonic does it as bad as Mario. Not recently, anyway. Sonic did Generations, yes, and that was completely nostalgic horror.
That was the whole point.
But that was for an anniversary.
No, but what I'm saying though is that's when it's its whole point. I get it, but what I'm saying though is that we've been around as gamers for 20-some years. We've pretty much seen what we were going to expect. In other words,
do you think so? Really?
Yeah, like that for example. That's why I wasn't so much of a hard ass on Sonic 4 Episode 2 compared to Sonic 4 Episode 1. Yeah, it's pretty much Aquatic Ruin, but they've also taken
Sonic 4 I think does it too blatantly.
Yeah, Sonic 4 does it too blatantly. Yeah, what I'm saying, no, Sonic 4 Episode 1 did it too blatantly. Sonic 4 Episode 2 felt a little more original with White Park. But what I'm saying though is that we've seen every theme possible. We're kind of expecting them at this point. But in terms of 2D Mario games,
but 2D Mario keeps reusing the same 8. It's always a desert, there's always a mountain, there's always the volcano-based level, there's always the fucking forest level.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to keep doing. But they know that. That's what they really should try to keep focusing and switching up on, really, is what they should do to incorporate with set elements. For example, what would you like them to see? Like an anti-gravity gimmick, another ice platforming gimmick?
I just want them to try something a little different in terms of aesthetics.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll be doing that anytime soon, to be honest. They'll only do that with the 3D Mario games. Shitty Mario games are just basically going to be, here's your level, here's the aesthetics we provided, here's the platforming challenges, solve them. And for some gamers, honestly, that's more than enough.
Wow.
I said Sonic 4 Episode 2 was really blatant in terms of reusing level themes, really blatant. But I did praise level design. Because in the end, that's really all that matters in some cases. Do you have fun playing through the level? Yes, right. I did.
And that's what some people have when it comes to the, hey, check out the George chocolate in here. But, that's all the fun people could really ask for, you know? Like, I understand that when I get a 2D Mario game, I'm pretty much going through a forest level, a fire level, an ice level, whatever. I could probably expect that too out of the 3D titles as well. What's more important is how much different the level feels compared to its predecessors, as well as what you're going to make me do in it. And that, if you could make that varied well enough, is good enough for a lot of gamers, including myself. And I like how this music comes in just fine at this point.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, Elliot didn't contribute anything.
Not much to contribute to. He has no matter on saying the subject matter.
Right. By the way, back on topic with the game here in question is that Chocolate Secret 3, if you get the normal exit, it just loops, so you have to find the secret exit there.
Yeah.
I like this level.
Huh. So now we have chocolate
caves.
No. I mean the
lava's hot
stage
chocolate.
hazards, hot chocolate.
No, that's not
as tempting as it looks, Elliot. Avoid it.
Yeah, it's not gonna get you no sex secret and that's hot coffee.
Delicious.
I was thinking of hot coffee when I was about to go on that tangent.
Alright, so let me try my hand at chocolate.
I'm hungry. Is Joe's open today?
No.
Damn.
Closed
it's
on
Sunday.
I know we're talking about chocolate, but damn it, now I want breakfast as well. I am such a fat ass.
We have Cocoa Pebbles.
I don't want to eat the cereal out of your house. That's a little bit overstaying my welcome, you know. But you're going up?
Yeah, I'm going up.
That I did like apartment in the sky. Oh,
nothing here.
The place went to hell after Jefferson died.
Ooh.
You almost got scooped.
Too scooped. Do I? No, I'm not gonna bother.
No.
Yeah,
I have
it's
plenty
safe.
of lives.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ!
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Tight as a virgin in here. Down here.
Hot as a virgin. Is that a cloud or is that a bone?
He said tight.
Bone. I was expecting the troll. I so would have broken out into Edward Khalil if he did that. Edward Khalil, was it?
Edward Kill, yeah.